Hasluck.
Speaker, annual inflation looks to have peaked, with CPI at 5.4% in the September 2023 quarter, down from a peak of 7.8% in the December quarter last year. Part of the reason for this has been the careful budgets brought down by the Treasurer, who has provided targeted, non-inflationary relief and balanced budgets while paying down debt. The RBA Governor has said our budget strategy is very helpful and very positive, and the ABS has shown our cost of living policies have taken 0.5 percentage point off inflation. We're targeting relief for household budgets where we can, and we're getting wages moving for everyone. The government is steering the economy towards a better, more sustainable future, but the big picture policies often feel removed from people's day-to-day lives. That's why I've organised a forum next month in Hasluck to provide some real, tangible advice to Hasluck locals on how to save money on bills, debt and the essentials, help provide access to the discounts, concessions and services that they're actually entitled to, and put them in touch with some financial and legal counselling. This cost of living help hub is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday the 9th of December at Swanview Senior High School in Hasluck. Because Hasluck in many ways is a typical peri-urban electorate. One way in which it is distinct, though, is that we have 53% of our households currently paying a mortgage and another 18% renting. That means that at least 71% of families in Hasluck really do feel it when interest rates rise and when the cost of living is high. But it also means that families in Hasluck have stood to benefit the most from the government's targeted assistance. The government's helpful measures include paid parental leave, fee-free TAFE, cheaper childcare, housing assistance, strengthening Medicare and electricity bill relief. On paid parental leave, this will increase by 2 weeks for every year from July 2024 to 2026. Fathers and mothers in Hasluck will be able to better manage what is simultaneously a stressful and joyous time. For families with older children and for those returning to training, 526 students have taken advantage of fee-free TAFE at North Metro TAFE in Midland, which is in the heart of Hasluck. And there'll be a further 22,000 fee-free places at TAFE in Western Australia in 2024. Fee-free TAFE is a game changer, allowing families to access skills training which they might otherwise have to forego, and allowing us to create the skills base needed for the jobs of the future. And since July this year, the household budgets of over 5,600 families in Hasluck and over 1 million families across Australia have been benefiting from cheaper childcare. This will have meant that families have been able to budget better and also to choose more days for their children, in many cases further allowing parents to take on more employment if that's what they choose. And with the Housing Australia Future Fund and other programs, this government is acting to solve the housing crisis. Our responsible budgets have had an ameliorating effect on inflation, and we've increased rent assistance by 15%. Fully 18% of families in Hasluck are renting, so this measure alone will have significantly assisted thousands of household budgets in my electorate. This government's also providing the greatest investments in Medicare and our health system since Medicare was first created by the Hawke government in 1984. We have tripled the bulk billing incentive for children and concession card holders. We've reduced the maximum cost for PBS prescriptions and enabled doctors to write 60-day scripts for chronic conditions, saving people time and money. Soon, a Medicare urgent care clinic will be open in Midland, which also in Hasluck, to take pressure off hospital EDs and to further provide fee-free assistance. In Hasluck, eligible residents and businesses will notice the reduction in their power bills after the Albanese and the state Labor Cook government together have provided a meaningful relief worth up to $750. The Albanese government is helping Hasluck households. I hope many of the residents of Hasluck do come down to the Cost of Living Help Hub at Swanview Senior High School on Saturday the 9th of December from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to talk to local groups, talk to representatives from government and private organisations to find out all the different ways that they can save on their personal household budgets whilst we get on with the business of making cost of living relief for Australians across the whole.